Yeah, morning all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, right? Whether the screen is visible or not, right? Today I'll be entering into the Python technicals. Yesterday we had a session, right? So Python data types and variables. Python data types and variables. Every organization use case has got a data and operations, data and operations. Use case has got data and operations. Data represented using data types. Data represented using data types and variables. Operations represented. Data represented using data types and variables. Operations represented using functions. Take any organization, right? Example, a bank has got data and operations. Data like customer data, customer name, customer account number, address, balance, branch. So data represented using data types and variables. Operations represented using functions like deposit operation, operations like a deposit operation, transfer operation, withdraw operation. These operations represented using functions. Later we discuss about functions. Now our discussion is on data types and variables. To make you understand much better about this data types and variables, observe here, comparing C, C++, and Java with Python. Comparison with Python. Python supports dynamic data types. Supports dynamic data types. Supports dynamic data types. What do you mean by, okay, in other programming language, if you want to define like X as 10, Y as 4.5, compulsory the data type defining, right? Int, float, string. The data type defining is compulsory, it's mandatory here. Right? Without this data type, we cannot create the variable X. Without this data type, we cannot create this variable Y or Z. Compulsory, right? So, but in case of Python, no need of this data type. Directly we can say X as 10, directly we can say Y as 4.5, directly we can say Z as hello. No need of defining the data type. What kind of variable X is? What kind of variable X is means based on the data type defining, we are saying it as integer type. What kind of variable Y is based on this data type defining, we call it as Based on the data type defining, right? You are saying this Z as string type. X is integer, Y is float, Z is string. But what kind of variable X is in Python? What kind of variable X is means what value you are assigning to it. Based on the value assigned, the variable X is going to be created dynamically during runtime. That's why we call it as dynamic data types. So here you are assigning a integer value so that X is a integer variable that is created. Type of X. Type of X is what type? Integer type. Why it is integer? Because you are assigning a integer value to it. Type of Y. Type of Y is float type. Why it is float? Because you are assigning a float value to it. You are assigning a float value to it. Type of Z. String type. Type of X is integer. Type of Y is float. Type of Z is what? String type. So based upon the value assigned, the variables are created dynamically here in Python. So if you're assigning integer value, integer variable is created. If you're assigning a float value, float variable created. If you're assigning a string value, string variable created. To make you understand much better, right? I'll discuss 4 cases. What happens internally, right? When you define some variables in Python. Case 1, whenever I'm saying x equal to 10, internally one object gets created. Internally one object gets created with value 10, it is going to have some address. That address is given to X. Okay, here, right. What X is storing? Don't say like X is storing a 10. X stores this address. So here 3 things you need to understand. Print X, whenever I say print X, prints, it goes to this address and prints whatever content present at the address. Prints the content at that address. Prints the content at that address. What is it? 10. What is that? 10. If I want to print the address, where exactly it is stored, there's one more function given by Python, id of X. Prints the address of X. Prints the address of 103070, the address, right? Print X prints the content. id of X prints the address of X. Type of X prints the data type of X. Prints the data type of X. Sorry. Right. Print X prints the content. ID of X prints the address of X. Type of X prints the data type of X. What data type means? You are assigning integer value, so the type will be int type. Address of X, where exactly it is stored in the memory. Content of X. Whenever you say print X, goes to this address and prints the content present itself. Case 2. X value is 10, Y is 20. So I want the sessions to be more interactive, right? Everyone try to unmute yourself and try to give responses through voice. Or also you can type your responses in the chat also, right? Yes, everyone try to unmute yourself and try to respond. X is 10, Y is 20. How many objects will be created internally? How many objects are created internally here? For 10, one object. For 20,
2.
two objects are created here. Right? This is going to have some address. This is going to have some address internally. This address is taken by X. This address is taken by Y. This address is taken, okay. Now try to say print X. What is the X value it prints? Print X. Everyone try to respond.
10.
10. If I want to print the address where exactly it is stored, right? Print ID of X. Address means 103070. Type data type of X. Data type of X is integer because what value you have assigned to it? Integer value, so integer type. So prints the content, prints the address, and prints the type. Similarly, try to say print Y. What is the Y value? 20.
20.
Print address of Y. 104080. Type of Y. Integer, right? Yes. Yes. Sushanta Malik, right? Any query you got? If you got any query, you can unmute and you can ask your queries. You can try responding. Whether your answers are correct or wrong, everyone try to keep responding. I want the sessions to be more interactive, I said. Yes. Case 3. Understood, right? Two different two different variables, X and Y, with the two different values, then two different objects with the two different addresses. Two different variables, two different values, two different objects, two different addresses. This case 2. Observe this case 3 and try to respond, everyone. Right. Try to respond for X value is 10 and Y. X and Y I'm taking. X and Y. Try to respond how many objects will be created here, everyone.
Only one object referring to the same address.
Here, everyone, try to respond. How many objects are created? Yes. X is 10, Y is 10. Whether your answers are correct or wrong, not a problem. Everyone try to give your responses. X is 10, Y is 10. Internally, how many objects are created here? Observe
One
carefully.
object.
Here only one object is created. It's going to have some address. The address is given to X. Before creating object for Y, it checks. Before creating object for Y, checks any object with value 10. If it is already available in the memory, The same address will be given to y. The same address will be given to y. If x value is 10, y value is 10, z value is 10, don't think like 3 objects with 10, 10, 10 will be created in the memory. Only one object and the same address will be given to x, y, and z. X, Y, and Z, they are sharing the same content 10, they are sharing the same address. But if X value is 10, Y is 20, Z is 30, in such case, how many objects? Everyone.
3.
3 objects, right? If the values are different, multiple objects. If the values are same, only one object, right? So X, Y, and Z, they are sharing the same content in the address. Print X equal to print Y equal to print Z equal to the same value, 10. Address of X, print address of Y. Print address of Z. 103070. Type of X. Type of Y. Type of Z. Is integer type. Yes. Going to X, Y, and Z, they are going to share the same content. They are going to share the same address. Only one object, one address. Okay, now observe this case 4. Any query in this case 3, anyone, right? Yes. Case 4. Case 4. X is 10 and X is 20, not X and Y here. This is X and 10, X value is 20. Now, what happens internally? How many objects will be created? For 10, one object will be created with value. It is going to have some address. For 20, one more object. For 20, one more object with a different address. That address is given to this. Now, it is fine. X equal to 10, X equal to 20. But what happens if I say print, if I say print X? What is the X value it prints? Whenever I say print X, what is the X value it is going to print? Whether it is going to print 10 or 20 or both. What is your answer?
20.
10 or 40.
Last execution.
Okay. So yes, yes, exactly right. X value is 10, X value is 20. So the latest value, X takes the latest value. Print address of X 104080. Type of X, data type of X, integer type. So X can store only one value. X can store only one value and one address, right? It cannot store two values. So what happens to the previous one? It gets removed. It gets removed. Yes. So four cases, right? Case one, printing the content, 10, printing the address, so this one, printing the type, it is integer type. Case two different variables, X and Y, with two different values, 10 and 20, with two different objects, with two different addresses. Case three, X value is 10, Y is 10, Z also 10, only one object to 10, and this address is given to X, Y, and Z. Case 4, X value is 10 and X value is 20. Always it takes the latest value. Always it takes the latest value. And its address, right? Yes, this is case 4. Now coming back to this data types. Data types are mainly are of two types. Data types mainly are of two types. Fundamental data types. Second is like collection data types. Fundamental data types in a simple way, right? Object holding a single value. Object holding a single value, right? Object holding group of values. Object holding single value and object holding group of values. Example, X value is 10. X is 10. One object is created with value 10 with some address that is given to X. Here, object holding single value. Collection data types, object holding a group of values. X equal to list of values, group of values, set of values, stuff 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Here also one object will be created internally. Here also one object will be created internally. Here multiple values, group of values, set of values, right? Yes. Then 20, 30, 40, 50. The address is given to X. Here object holding a group of values. Object holding group of values. Object holding single value and object holding group of values. So here, what are the various fundamental and what are the various collection types? Check this. Yes. Fundamental data types. Fundamental data types mainly are of 5 types. Integer, second is like float, Boolean, string, complex. Integer like age 25. Float something in the form of decimals. Height 6.3. Boolean which returns either true or false. String, a sequence collection of characters. City equal to Hyderabad. X plus IY. This is real and this is what? Imaginary. Real and imaginary part. So integer, float, Boolean, string, or complex. Right. Collection data types mainly are of 4 types. Collection data types. 4 types. List, tuple, set, dictionary. Dictionary. List of values. Tuple of values. Set of values. Key and value. A list of values, right? Example, by seeing the braces only should identify what kind of collection, right? Square bracket list, normal braces, it's tuple, set curly braces, right? X equal to list of values. Y is tuple of values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So list of values, tuple of values, set of values. List means you can add and you can remove elements from it. You can modify, you can add, you can remove. But in the tuple, you cannot do those things. You cannot add, you cannot remove, you cannot modify. It's just like a constant. A set is for mathematical operations. Dictionary like a key value notation, like a name, Ajay, age 25. Name is the key, Ajay is the value. Age is the key, Ajay is this age is the value. Key value pairs, key value notations, right? Yes. Collection data types, 4 types of collections, list, tuple sets, and we have got a lot of discussion on this collections, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list modifications, right? Similarly for tuple sets and dictionaries. In the case of fundamental types, we have got a lot of discussion on this string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, right? Yes. Now coming to this next one, string. A string is a sequence collection of characters. In Python, a string is represented using single quote. You can represent by using single quote, using double quote, and using triple quote. Triple quote. So, for example, city equal to Hyderabad. So, single word or line, you go with double quotes. If multiple lines are multiple lines are paragraph, go with triple quote. Each character within the string each character within the string accessed by a unique index. If you want to access a particular character within the string, we have got index. String supports 2 types of index. Positive index or forward index. Index starts from left to right. Index starts with 0. Negative index or backward index. Negative index or backward, positive index or forward index starts from left to right. Index starts with 0. So just check this example, right? Yes. X equal to Python. Internally, one object stores Python is going to have some address. The address is given to X. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forward index or positive index. -1, -2, -3, -4. Negative index or backward index. What is the value of x of 2 here? X is the string, x of 2 value. X of 2 value, T, right? T. X of -2. Positive index are forward, negative index are backward index.
Whoa.
Yes. So I want to keep single line comment in Python starts with @ symbol. Multi lines of comment keep in this way. How many statements you want to keep, we can comment it. X equal to Python. Print X, prints it. Type of X is what type? String type. Print X prints the string. Type of X is str type, string type. This being it. Run module Python. Type of X is string type, right? Y equal to programming. Print X plus Y. Print X plus Y means we call this as concatenation. Concatenation, right? Adding the two strings. Adding two strings means first string followed by second string. Adding two strings, first string followed by second string. Yes, check this. Python plus programming. Python programming as a single word, but I want space between Python and programming. So for that, I'll add 3 string. So X is 1 string, Y is 1 string. Between these two, 1 blank string, right? We'll get Python plus programming, Python programming. Yeah, fine. File, new file. String slicing, string slicing. Extracting particular portion of a string. X equal to Python program. I've taken a string like this. Now I want to extract only Python from this. Extract only or print only Python from this. So what is it? Print. X is the string, from that only Python. 0 index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to say 0 to 0 colon 5 it has to be, but I need to give 6. I need to give 6, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to give 6. Because always this we call it as lower bound, this we call it as upper bound. Always upper bound is excluded. Excluded, right? Yes. 6 is excluded. Save it first. 0 to 6. It gives what? Python. 6 is excluded. 0 to 6. It gives what? Python. 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 So here the 6 is excluded up to 5 takes. If we give 5, 5 should have been excluded, right? Just a second. Yeah. Always this upper bound is excluded. This is lower, this is upper. If you have given 5 here, 5 should have been excluded, right? So here you get the output Python. Okay. Extract the middle portion of the string. P or OG. Everyone try to give your responses. Unmute yourself and try to give your responses whether your answers are correct or wrong. This I want to extract. Extract a portion of a string. Print x of this, even this space takes one index. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start with 7.
7 to 10.
7 is correct,
7
but
to 11. 11.
Hello, 7.
7 to 11 is correct. 7 you want, 8 you want, 9 you want, 10 you want. 11 you need to give. So that 11 excludes, up to 10 it will consider. If you give 10, 10 will be excluded. So PROG you get. If I go in the opposite way, right, print 7 to 11 is fine. Print x of 11 to 7. If I 11 to 7, 7 to 11 means in this way. 11 to 7 means backward. You will get empty string. Why empty string? Because always slicing in the forward direction. Slicing in the forward. If you are going in the backward, empty string you get. Check it whether you got empty string or not. Now extract the entire word program now. First extract PROG using negative index. Everyone try to respond. Extract PROG using negative index now. Using negative index also you should go in the forward direction only. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. Start with -7 you want. -7 you want, -6 you want, -5 you want, -4 you want, -3, -7 you want, -6, -5, and -4. run module, PROG. I want to extract the entire word program. Extract the entire word program. Using positive index with semi first everyone. Print. Extract the entire word program using positive index with semi first.
7 to 14.
7 you want, 8 you want, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 if you give, M will be excluded. 14 can I give? 14 index not available. Still. 14 index not available.
Only 7 colon and the upper will be the empty one.
Yes. This 7 to 14 you can provide because 14 is excluded, right? We are not axing it. Up to 13 only it will consider. Otherwise 7 to don't provide this upper bound. Both results the same output. Program, the entire word program. Next. Extract program using negative index. Program using negative index.
7 to 0.
0 means this P, positive index. Don't provide this upper bound. Up to the end of the string it reads. This is the only way. If I ignore this lower bound, is it valid? If I'm ignoring this lower bound, 6. Yes, it starts from the start of the string to 6. Start of the string to 6. This and this both are same. Results the same output, Python. What if I ignore both lower and upper bounds? Reads from the start of the string to end of the string. Reads the entire string. Is it compulsory to give spaces there? Space. Yes.
No.
Even without spaces, it is valid. It's a valid, right? Without space. These 3 statements results the same output. The last 4 statements results the same output. Can I take the negative and positive index like this? -7 means P, 11 means R. If you are going in the forward, you will get PROG as the output. You will get PROG as the output. Zero to 14 with increment of 2. 0 indicates start value. 14 indicates a stop value. 2 indicates step value. 0 to 14 with increment of 2. 0 to 14 with increment of 2, right? Yes. Means increment of 2 means after 0, 2 you will get. After 2 again increment by 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Only the even indexed characters you will get. Okay. Print x of 0 to 14 means I can say like this, right? 0 to 14 means I can say in this way. This colon 2 as it is means gives the same output like the previous one. Gives the same output like the previous one, right? Hmm. X of colon colon minus 1 reverses the string. Python program reverses the string, right? Yes. Have you heard about the word? Okay. What is the palindrome? Palindrome. If we reverse a string, if we reverse a string, if we get the same string, it is a palindrome, right? If we reverse a string, if we get the same string, it is a palindrome, right? Example, MADA, madam. If you reverse also, you will get the same string, right? Or Malayalam. If you reverse also, you will get the same thing. DAD. LEVEL. Erase con. So all this, if you reverse also, you'll be getting the same. So for example, x equal to MADAM, print x of colon colon minus 1, right? Store that. This is what reversing. Store the result in y and print y. Both x and y, if they are printing the same, it's a palindrome. So x and y both are same, right? In this case, if we reverse a string, if we get the same string, then it is a palindrome. Run module. Both are printing. It is a palindrome. We don't need to write huge codings here, right? We don't need to write huge codings. String methods we have got. Just I'll take 2 minutes more. String methods. We don't need to write huge codings in Python. We have got inbuilt methods. to print in uppercase. Print X dot upper, printing everything in the uppercase, whether a single word or a line or a paragraph, can print in uppercase. Yes, tomorrow the link will be changing. You are supposed to get enrolled to get the new link to your mail address, right? So in the chart, you can see a big message is given by this online team. The content, course content details, the demo. If you have missed the previous videos, the payment details, the course, everything. So X dot upper run module. Just 2 minutes I take. Similarly, we have got lower to print in lower case. To print in lower case. X equal to Mumbai. Print X dot lower. Run module, printing in the lower case. For example, X equal to India. I want only the first character, I only in the uppercase, remaining all in the lower cases. Only the first character I in the uppercase, remaining all in the lowercase. X dot capitalize. Can you check here? Only the first character I only in the uppercase, remaining all in the lower cases. What is that? Method capitalize. For capitalizing the first character of a string. As next is, for example, good morning. Hyderabad. How many words are there here? How many words?
3 words.
3 words. Each and every word, first character I want in uppercase.
I think we can still use capitalize.
Capitalize will capitalize only the first character of the string. So for that, we have got one more method, right? X dot title. Check it. Each and every word, first character. Each and every word, first character in the uppercase, right? Good. G in uppercase, morning, M in uppercase. For capitalizing the first character. For capitalizing the first character of each word in a string. Where exactly this title can be useful? Just observe this example too. Employees' names are there. Rohit, Ajay, Miller, Blake, James, Amar, John. In this way, hundreds of employee names are there. Each and every employee name, first character I want in uppercase. Just to say print emps dot title. That's it. emps dot title, right? Yes. Just each and every employee name, first character in the uppercase. You've got to replace. Method like replace. For replacing a portion of a string. Saying like Java is easy. Print x dot replace. Replace the word Java with Python. What is the output you get? Python is easy. Yes. Python is easy. Okay. So in this way, we have got many other methods, right? Not only this upper, lower, capitalize, title, replace. We have got many other methods like swap case, count, strip, find, starts with, ends with. Many other string methods I'll discuss in the tomorrow's class. So from tomorrow, the link will be changing, I said. From tomorrow, you'll be getting the videos to your Google Drive. Notes you'll be getting to your mail. And a WhatsApp group will be created tomorrow. You'll be added to the WhatsApp group, right? You can check this the chart in the Zoom chart. A big message is given by this online team. You can check this. Their contact details. Payment details. Post content details. If anyone missed the previous session, the video link also is given, right? So if you go to that course content, right, it's a lengthy content, right? We'll be discussing in brief what is Python basics, operations, operators, IDs, flow controls, looping statements, strings, collections, lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries, functions, modules programming, packages, exception handling, file handling, right? Object-oriented programming concepts, regular expression using Python, and database connectivity, Python data and time, operating system module, data advanced concept, graphic programming, Excel workbooks, data analytics, introduction to data science, Python pandas module, Python numpy module, and matplotlib. Django is one more framework of Python. People who wants to go for Python full stack. So for Python core and advanced, these 30 topics will be discussed in brief. For people who wants to go for Python full stack, right? This Django framework, another framework like Flask framework will be created. Nearly 15 plus applications will be developed. Yes. And the prerequisites for this like UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, MySQL, everything will be covered. You can just check with this, right? Yes. Python Core and Advanced, Python Total Python, 70 hours, nearly 60 to 70 hours, 2 months duration. 5,000 is the course fee. If it is an offer batch. UI technology, so people who wants to go for Python full stack along with Python full stack, right? Right. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Django framework, around 15 applications you will be developing, I said. Flask framework, MySQL database, and a project from the topics 2 to 6, again 70 hours till take. 2 months, 7,000 is the course fee. So Python 70 hours, framework 70 hours, 140 hours, right? 2 months plus 2 months, 4 months. If you're unable to spare 4 months, start any Python batch, right? You can, sorry. From Monday to Friday, you can go with this Python. Saturdays and Sundays, you'll be having some framework batches. If you want, you can just to do parallelly, right? So the timings, let me make it clear about the timings. First 1 week, it will be at 8 o'clock. Later, it will be at 7 o'clock. Offerings from my side, you will get each and every session video, soft copy of this class notes, assignments and tasks to work with, WhatsApp, Resumes interview questions, live interactive sessions. Okay. So any queries from your side? Anyone? Any queries from your side? So get enrolled to get this notes, videos, and this adding to the WhatsApp group, right? So all the sessions will be interactive sessions, right? For every statement I type, you'll be responding what will be the output of it. Any queries you have got, anyone? Yes. Okay. So I'm stopping for here. We'll continue tomorrow, more discussion, right? Yes.